folks. You already know what time it is. Daily podcast, checking facts or whatever. Hold on, I gotta make sure people know I'm offline. They can't play with me. All right. But what's up, folks? Hopefully everyone had a good, Thanksgiving already passed. But still, if you still eating leftovers, it's time to throw that shit away now. It's over with. Thanksgiving is done with. The leftovers, it's been weeks. You can't do it no more. It's over with. You know, because some people want to keep leftovers and say we're not wasting any food. I'm a big proponent of not wasting food, but I'm also a big proponent of not getting fucking food poisoning. So throw that shit away, bro. It's over with. Let's see. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do 3 episodes this week. Because there's just been a lot of shit going on. You know, Kanye West going on Alex Jones podcast or whatever, or his talk, whatever it is. And Alex Jones is telling him to calm down type of stuff. He's definitely going off the deep end. But we're not talking about Kanye West the rest of this time. Because that nigga don't deserve no extra shit, no extra clout. But let's see. So look, I just got this today. They say Hertz is going to spend $168 million to settle nearly 400 cases of falsely reporting customers for car theft when their vehicles were not returned on time. Okay. So, let's see. The majority of the lawsuits brought on against a rental car company and some of its customers who were wrongly accused of stealing cars that they had rented. Shit. In April, Hertz's CEO, Stefan Skler, who took over a role in February, said that he was working to fix a glitch in the company systems that led to the incidents. Hertz Global Holdings said Monday the settlement of 364 pending claims to relate to vehicle theft reported would be solved 99% of the pending. Goddamn, there's a lot of bullshit. But yeah, it seemed like Hertz was saying that, hey, this person didn't return their car on time, so now we're going to have to put out a police report. But why are they giving them money? Because I'm like, I don't know. Can't you just call the person? If they don't pick up, then it's like, yeah, they probably are trying to steal the car. Like, I don't have anything else to go on. You said you was going to have it back by this day. It's not back by this day. What the fuck, you know? I'm trying to see. It's pending theft report claims. Hertz anticipates recovering a meaningful portion of the settlement amount from its insurance carriers, the escrow company, blah, blah. Hertz filed bankruptcy protection in 2020. What the fuck is bankruptcy protection? Oh, man. That nigga is tired, bro. As it struggled under heavy debt to drop. They're not even saying what's going on here. Oh, here we go. After Hertz emerged from bankruptcy protection in 2021, a CBS News investigation found that hundreds of Hertz customers had alleged they were falsely arrested and in some cases jailed because the company reported the car they had rented as stolen. So that's okay. I'm seeing what's happening here. So people are keeping the cars out for longer than necessary. The police find them. They then arrest the person because technically they stole a car. And then they're saying like, okay, they're probably having to do legal trials and shit like that. And they're like, I didn't steal the car. I just didn't bring it back on time, I guess. But that is a funky thing because I know I might give them a day or two. If Hertz would probably just give people like a grace period of a day or two and then they can, go out and look for the cars because I don't know. If you have a trip, usually you're doing the Hertz shit. Usually you're getting a rental car, right? Because you're going somewhere and you can't take your car. So you're usually flying. And usually flights are going to be like, hey, you don't just like fly out whenever. You usually go to some place, you stay there for a little bit, and then you have a dedicated time that you go fly out. Like usually it's not like, oh shit, let's just stay a day or two at this place. I don't know. I don't really see too much badness in this. Because you could at least call Hertz and say, I need the car for an extra day or so. If you just keeping the shit and then just being like, they should be cool with it. Hertz is probably like, because you could probably chop a car up real quick. Like if you take the car out and then you take the car out to a state and then just chop it up real quick. And then Hertz is like, okay, now we're just out of a car. But at least they have your information too. So they will probably get you for it. Yeah, there's not really a big reason for them to do it because they still have the information of the person. So it's like, hey, we just gonna charge your credit card this fucking car amount and try to fuck you. But yeah. Damn, $168 million in order to settle 400 cases. That seems a bit obscene. That's like $500,000 for each person that was arrested. I would do that. I would get arrested for like a night and just to get $500,000. Hell yeah, I'd do that. Let's see. But yeah, whatever. I mean, the people probably should have let her know that they were going to keep the car. Because again, if you gave someone your kid or whatever for a little bit, and then they're like, "Yo," and then you're like, "Okay, you're gonna bring it back on Wednesday," and it's Thursday, and you haven't brought my kid back or my car back. I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, you stole my fucking shit. So I don't really see. I mean, unless it's on their end and then they fucked up on the time and then they told the police like, hey, this person was supposed to have it back yesterday, but it's like, no, I ran it out for fucking till Tuesday, and today's Sunday. But who knows? But yeah, I mean, someone's about to come up off a check, so it is what it is. Let's see. Indonesia has banned sex outside of marriage and banned unmarried couples from living together. Those convicted will face up to a year in jail. Man, I need to figure out when people in religion, it can just be like, hey, everyone just respect everybody. Because it's weird because a lot of religions are kind of like, yeah, respect everyone, love everyone. They're, your people or whatever. But a lot of religions I'm seeing are like, no, it's either our way or the fucking highway type of shit, Okay, let's see. Indonesia's parliament approved a new criminal code on Tuesday that bans sex outside of marriage with punishment of up to 1 year in jail, despite worries that laws may scare away tourists from the tropical shores and harm investment. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to go there with my girl and try to have sex with her if I know that I'm going to go. But there's going to be some goofy... I was going to say a racial term, but I'm not going to say it. There's going to be a goofy ass fucking person that goes over there, two people, and then they're like, yeah, well, let's break the rules and fuck. And then they're going to get in trouble, and then they're going to be on TV crying and shit, being like, we didn't mean to do it. It's like, you went over there specifically to do it because you thought you was going to get away with it. Someone's going to get fucked up off of this, and I'm going to laugh at them. The new what the fuck? Okay. The new code, which will apply to Indonesians and foreigners alike. So not even if you just come to our country, that shit's dead as fuck. What's in Indonesia? I mean, I guess they got like little places, I guess. New code, which will apply to Indonesians and foreigners alike, will also prohibit cohabitation between unmarried couples. It will also ban insulting the president or state institutions, spreading views counter to state ideology, and staging protests without notification. The laws were passed. So Indonesia, I don't know, bro. These Asian countries really be busting down on like, their people's lives and shit. They're like, yeah, live our way or get the fuck out of here. Or not even get the fuck out of here. We're just going to jail you the fuck up and you better be happy about it. The laws were passed in support of all political parties. However, the code will not come into effect for 3 years to allow implementing regulations to be drafted. Currently, Indonesia bans adultery, but not premarital sex. Damn. I don't know, bro. Again, they just like... Because that has to be a religious thing. I can't imagine that it's not. I don't know what the fuck the religion is in Indonesia, but they definitely busting down on this. I don't support. Because it's going to fuck up so many kids because, like, some kids are going to try to fuck underneath this law. Because, like, the same way that they say, like, weed is illegal, kids still going to be smoking weed because their minds ain't, like, 100% there yet. I forgot what it's called. The prefrontal cortex isn't 100%, created yet. So you make bad decisions. So there's going to be, like, some 14-year-old kids that try to fuck and now they're going to be in prison for a year. And people in Indonesia are going to look at them and be like, good for them. Good for them to go to jail. Like, we don't like that. It's like, is it really that fucking deep, bro? I don't know. I want to know what's up with these politicians because they just said that adultery is illegal. I'd love to see if, these politicians go overseas or some shit and then start fucking like go to Amsterdam and then fuck like a hooker over there and then come back home and they're like, yup, well, I did it outside the state, so it is what it is, but who knows? Let's see. Okay, Floyd Mayweather just placed a $2 billion offer to buy an NBA team. Number one, I want to know which NBA team because I believe he's from Michigan. So is Detroit, Michigan? Detroit? I think so. Detroit, Michigan, yeah. So that's the only one I could think of. But also, how the fuck do you have $2 billion as a fighter? How much? Let me see his net worth. Floyd Mayweather net worth. This nigga worth $450 million. I mean, that's a crazy amount of money, but still, that's not... How the fuck would you put down $2 billion? That don't even make any sense. Too low of an offer. Yeah, because that's the thing. Mark Cuban was talking about it. He was like, yeah, I purchased the Mavericks for like $46 million. And then they're like, how much is it worth now? He was like $20 billion. And I was like, God damn, or $22 billion or something like that. I don't think too big. I mean, you could probably be a halfway owner of it, but you're not going to just own the entire thing. You could be a part owner of it, but you're not going to be head motherfucking person. But we'll see how that works out. Again, I don't know how he thinks he even has that much money. He's emptying himself out fourfold, so we'll see. Let's see. Man, and that's what you want to do. I guess if I could do it, I would definitely buy an NBA team. Because, I mean, it seems like it's only going up. I would honestly just get a football team or a soccer team. A soccer team would be fire. And I think, what's his name? Not Mike. Who's a fucking guy from Deadpool? Ryan Reynolds. Him and some other dude, they went out and bought a soccer team. And Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura, they made a F1 team, I think, or some car racing shit. But yeah, I think that's the best way to do it because, like, entertainment's the number one way to, like, make money. So if you can get into a market that entertains billions of people, those people, and you just get them to pay, like, $10 for a fucking ticket, yeah, you got $10 billion. So simple. Let's see. On to the next one. Ice Cube says Warner Brothers won't hand over the rights to Friday franchise and he's not buying them because it's my movie. That's some fucking entitlement, nigga. I'll be like, what the fuck? Because that's one thing that I never really understood with rich folks, because when you're coming up, you don't, like, because I understand, okay, Ice Cube, he was, he was with, damn, I forgot them niggas' names. It was a whole movie about it. Oh, NWA. He was with NWA, so, I mean, he wasn't nobody, but it's like, you still wouldn't probably have I can't say he wouldn't, but more than likely he wouldn't have a well-known acting career without Friday, because that was like a huge movie for him or a huge series for him to be into so that he could get his name out there as like a legitimate actor. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the fuck he's talking about saying that it's his movie. Yeah, you're the main character, but without Warner Brothers, that shit wouldn't have been made. It's their fucking movie. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how you can do some shit and be like, wow, this is like, because Warner Brothers comes to you, says like, hey, we want you to be in this movie. We'll pay for it. And then you just star in it. You'll make a bunch of money. And if it blows up, you'll be like a huge, actor and shit. And then you're like, yep, okay, cool. And then it blows up. And then 20 years later, you're like, that's my fucking movie. Like, you didn't put no money up. You didn't have no risk. Like, he's not asking the same shit for, what's that? The Are We There Yet movies. He ain't asking for that. Like, and he was the main star of those movies. This shit doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's read it. Ice Cube is currently fighting for the rights to Friday movie franchise. The producer spoke on Hotboxing with Mike Tyson to clear up what he means. The producer wrote that starring in the original 1995 film Friday and its sequels, which became a phenomenon in the black community, those movies are iconic. Ice Cube said, I don't know, when asked about the fourth installment, Last Friday and future of Friday films. Warner Brothers is weird right now. I don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. I'd love to have it back. I think it's going to be close to a time where I can get it back. So we'll either wait for that time or we'll keep trying to convince them that they need to let us control the movie. He says, it's my movie, but they have distribution control. Yeah, no fucking shit, bro. They're the ones that put the money up. Like, I don't think he probably knows a lot of people, especially back then or whatever, but I don't think he had enough to fucking put a movie out for, I don't know, whatever. I ain't putting shit up for it. Fuck no. They need to give it to me and they're gonna make money. What the hell? Hold on. It says, then he clarified he would not purchase the movie rights because he owns it. I ain't putting shit up for it. Fuck no. They need to give it to me. I'm not going to pay for my own stuff. That's stupid, he continued. They need to do the right thing, get it to us, let us turn it into more money and make the fans happy, and people will have a good time with the series. We can do a lot with it. Yeah, this nigga out of his mind. He getting on some entitlement shit. Who the fuck is like, hey, I want something that we are. I'm like, we have terms and agreements, bro. Like, you signed the whole thing, and now you just out here being like, yeah, fuck those terms and agreements. I want it now. It's like, and I don't know. This shit's happening a lot, because I believe that happened with, Kanye. He wanted his masters back or whatever, and then Big Sean asked for it, and then Kanye was like, nah, fuck that. Your shit is mine because I'm the one that found you and you wouldn't be. But then it's like, but Kanye, you understand how that's the same thing with you, huh? You just being unfair because you just money grubbing as fuck. But, because that's the thing. I was listening to one dude and he was saying, people were asking him like, okay, you're around all these rich folks, and he was like a regular person. He wasn't rich. I think he was like a caddy or something like that. So they were like, so is it like that they just always talk about money? And the dude that was a caddy was like, yeah, that's all the fuck they talk about. It's a weird mindset thing. Like they go to play golf half the time because they just don't want to be near their family, and they, they're only focused on money type shit. So like golf is a way to intermingle with folks, and that's why you want to get into the biggest golf clubs or not golf club. I guess it would technically be a golf club. What's it called? I'm not rich like that, so whatever it's called. So they can go inside there, talk about money, talk about like, oh, this person just did this. Oh, really? Let me see if I can invest in it. And then that's all they do. And then they network through those sort of golfing clubs. And then that's why a lot of folks want to get into those higher level ones, because then that obviously gets you access to higher level money. That's why they were saying like a lot of people will freak out if they're not allowed to, because a lot of these golf clubs, they got to like go through your finances and stuff. They got to make sure you're like of a tier that they like, so I don't know. I never understood that. But when he explained it, I was like, okay, I guess it does make sense. Like if a bunch of rich people talking about money, then they probably want to meet other rich people talking about money. And it's not about golfing. It's about networking. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. This nigga Ice Clue is tripping. Because honestly, I'm like, okay, if you really believe that, you can flip it into more money, how about you do this? Why don't you just turn it and make like, because one person in the comments even said like, hey, do a prequel named Thursday. That's a great idea. That's an awesome idea. And then he also said that he wasn't going to do Last Friday, which is, I believe, the last movie. It's supposed to be the last movie in the series, and he's saying that he don't want to do it. It's like, if you really think that this is like a good a money house or whatever, make a new one and then just use your own money to fund it and go from there. If you really think that you can make money off it, I don't know. I'm like, you're rich enough, bro. You can even take out loans with it, man. Like, goddamn, if you really believe in yourself, then do it that way. But he just saying like, no, I want the shit that's already working, and I just want to do shit with that. It's like, you don't believe in yourself. You just want to get more money for free. Moving on though. So here, Dutch startup begins production of world's first solar power car. I'm surprised that this is just now coming out. I thought this shit would have been out. The world's first solar power car, the Lightyear Zero, terrible fucking name, officially begun production. The solar power vehicle will get to be able to travel 450 miles once fully charged while operating on free energy. The car itself is hold on. I know I can't be reading this shit right. Let me read this shit again. While operating on free energy, the car itself is $300,000 currently. In its initial production phase, only one car will be produced per week, and there are plans to increase production by 2023. Man, if this shit pops off, this is gonna give Elon a fucking ride for his money. But I don't see how. I mean, solar power, I understand we came a long way, and I am an engineer, but I don't know about solar energy like that. But it's like, that shit is, that's gonna be mind-changing, like mind-boggling, because I don't know if y'all have seen, but like certain car companies, they even said with Tesla or something that if you wanted it to be able to go faster, you would have to pay a premium. So it was like $15 a month in order to open up this premium package, and then it would make the car just accelerate quicker. It's like, man, that's some fuck shit. Like, if I buy the car, you can't then start putting all these extra things. Like, man, people are so fucking greedy now, man. I'm saying, like, I bought a fucking car, bro, and car prices have been outpacing, money and shit, or, salaries and everything, and y'all still trying to fuck me? Golly. Something's gonna happen, like, in this, at least in the United States or whatever, where it's just gonna be like, people are not gonna have living wages to do nothing. Because I was watching a thing, I forget, I don't know, I think it was an overseas broadcast, but essentially the dude that was the main guy or whatever, I don't know, the main anchor fucking guy, he was showing the difference between 1993 and 2020 with home buying, because he was like, yeah, a lot of people are calling in saying like, my kid is, still living in an apartment. He has a wife and kid or whatever. They just have a 2-bedroom. Why didn't he just buy a house? Why doesn't he just look for, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna break it down for y'all. So, and then he broke down all the prices and then the salary and how like salaries only increased by 3% every year versus home price increases like 7% every year. And he was saying like, yeah, back in 1993, when you bought a house, it was only 4.4 times your salary. You were making less, but also everything else that you were buying was less than what it is now. You know what I mean? And then he was like, in 2020, you had the house price was 14 times the amount of a new hire or whatever, or like someone fresh out of college. That's what he was doing. So in 1993, it was 4.4%. Or 4.4 fold the new person's money, a new hiree or a new college graduate's money. And then in 2020, it was 14 point something percent of a new hire's money. I think it was closer to 15. So 14.6, I don't know. And he was like, so it's not that they don't want to buy it. It's just that it's incredibly hard. You need to save up a lot more in order to get the same things that y'all were getting back in the day, And it's weird to me that like old people say shit like that. And then, because my mom didn't understand it either. Because when I graduated college, I was looking for, houses. And I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. And she was kind of like, well, you just had to save up for a little bit. But now that she moved out of her house and then she's living in an apartment and she's looking for a new house, she's like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to afford this. I'm like, yeah, see, like, and it's so weird because I'm like, if you're an older person and people are telling you this information, you're asking them, and they're like, because they're much more expensive compared to what the salary is. And then you just say like, well, you make more than I did back in the day, so you should be able to do it. It's like, are you fucking stupid? Like, you do understand that the salary went up, but then the cost of shit goes up. Like the regular house in America, I'm making this up. I don't know if it actually is, but I'm gonna say $50,000, $500,000. So it's like, yeah, my house was $500,000. You bought yours for fucking $64,000, okay? And even though you were making 23 and I'm making 46, you can see how me making double what you were making isn't going to make any sense if the fucking house price is 20 times what the fuck it was back in the day. You can see how that doesn't work, right? And people are just like, I don't know, just being fucking willfully ignorant about shit. But, I don't know why I just had to go in on some random ass old person, but whatever. They'll be fine. What the fuck was I talking about? I was talking about this Dutch startup company. But yeah, $300,000. They're definitely gonna have to bust that down. I'm like, there is no way I'm getting this car over a Lamborghini. Like, if I had the funds to actually buy this shit, there is no fucking way I'm getting a solar power car over a Lamborghini. I mean, unless if it self-drives, then maybe, but probably not. But, okay. And I guess to end this all off, Christy Alley, who I was like, is she 71? Is she really 71? I thought Christy Alley was like young. Yeah, she passed away with a battle from cancer, only recently discovered. This was on Monday. So yesterday. Well, I'm recording this on Tuesday. That's why I said it was Monday, which is yesterday. But, yeah, that's sad. Anytime anyone dies. And actually, I was watching a podcast by the Brilliant Idiots, which is Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz. And Charlemagne was like, does it seem like more people are dying recently? I was like, it kind of does. Like, it's every fucking week. It's like I'm saying, condolences to the family or whatever, to someone else that died. I mean, I guess people die every day. But it's just like, damn, bro, it's sad. But I don't really know who Christy Alley is, to be honest with you. But I've heard of her name before. But, condolences to her family. She seemed like a nice lady. I don't know anything about her, but, hopefully she is nice. But either way, that's the end of it. I'm probably going to do 3 episodes because I got a lot of shit to go through. But I appreciate anyone that's listening. Feel free to follow me on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram at the Daily Opinion Podcast. And we can go from there, man. Just understand, live your life. Don't live it stupid. Follow the golden rule. And, everyone ain't going to be around all the time. So keep that in mind. Be happy, bro. Peace.